Here's a recording of pages 64 and 65. So in the previous lesson, you would have already looked at the different gods and goddesses here. And now we're looking at ziggurats, temples to the gods. Each Sumerian city had its own special god or goddess. That deity was believed to provide protection and prosperity. The temple was the home of this city's god, so naturally it had to be the largest, highest, and most important building in town. From the earliest days of Sumer, each city's temple was built on a high platform to keep it safe from unpredictable floods. As the city's wealth grew, the people built platforms on top of platforms to make the stair-step temple even higher, rising above the other buildings like a hill. This hill temple was called a ziggurat. Ziggurat is an impressive word, but historians still don't know how to translate it. In the Sumerian language, it may have meant high place, but no one is sure. Ziggurats in the most powerful cities were high, terraced pyramids, with each story smaller than the one below. 3 long staircases led to the temple at the very top. Since they did not have much stone or timber, early Sumerians used sun-dried mud bricks for the core and baked brick for the exterior. Each level of a ziggurat was painted a different color: black, white, orange, blue, red, silver, and gold from bottom to top. Perhaps gems were used to decorate the ziggurats as well. A Sumerian poem tells of one king threatening to destroy a city in Persia if its people did not send him gold, silver, and precious stones to decorate his temples. Inside every Sumerian temple was a place for the god's statue. Before it stood a mud brick table for offerings to the god. The priests brought the god sacrifices and gifts, including meals of the finest food: fish, mutton, honey, beer, and cake. In this same place, the Sumerians believed the deity communicated his wishes to the priests. Only the most important priests could enter the room where the god lived. Much life in a Sumerian city centered on the ziggurat, and yet the activities taking place on the towering hill temple were a mystery to most of the people. Farm workers, merchants, and craftsmen saw the priests climbing up the stairs in solemn processions. They saw precious gifts being carried inside. They saw the priests emerging from secret rooms after communicating with the gods. All of these rituals must have created a sense of wonder and awe. In a world in which almighty, whimsical gods controlled everything, there was much the people did not understand. In a time when humans thought of themselves as slaves of the gods, there was surely much they feared. But, they thought, as long as they honored the gods, prayed to them, built temples for them, and brought them gifts, perhaps the god would show mercy. As long as they worked hard to please the gods, perhaps the all-powerful deities would protect them from harm. Even as they had learned to control much of their environment and thus built a great civilization, the Sumerians turned to their gods in their attempts to explain or understand all they could not control. And this is a ziggurat in the city of Ur, and the city of Ur is still there. That's the end of the reading of page 64 and 65.